terms of what we're doing today. We have Darnell. So Darnell is an entrepreneur, business owner, and Darnell also comes here to deliver boxing sessions. Anybody go to the boxercise sessions at lunchtime, the boxercise club?
I don't think it's...
No? Well,
one of them.
what I'll say to you, yeah, you're missing out. Use that as an opportunity, to sign up for that. But no, I'm going to hand over the stage to Darnell, and he's going to deliver his presentation, followed by a panel and Q&A. All right, let's give a round of applause for Darnell.
Thank you, Peter. Like Peter said, I am here every Wednesday at lunchtime. So if you guys want to try out boxing, or if you go boxing before, come through. We're on a Wednesday at lunchtime. So yeah, like Peter said, I'm mainly going to talk about social media and how I personally use it in my business. Show of hands, who's on social media? I'm assuming everyone here. 1, 2 people, a couple people at the back. Cool. So you got me on Instagram. That's good. That's what I'm going to talk about today as well. So yeah, my name is Darnell. So I've actually got 2 companies. My first company is Future Champs Adventure, and my second company is TSM Fitness, and I'm going to touch on a bit of both today. So my first company, Future Champs Adventure, this was actually founded in September 2024, and our mission is to inspire, educate, and develop young people through sports, which is our passion. So we work with primary schools, secondary schools, and colleges like the one we're in today. And we just started off with one workshop, and then we just grew and grew and grew through visibility, again, mainly through social media and just staying consistent, which is mainly what I want to talk about today. And my second company, TSM Fitness, which was founded in 2018. So mainly we do personal training, but I do personal training in a non-commercial gym. The reason why I put that into brackets, I'm gonna highlight how important social media is for me to get my clientele. Online coaching, I do a lot of fitness events and also a workshop for people to come to as well. So does anyone look at like reviews or content before going to like a new venue, a restaurant? Just a quick show of hands. Yeah, 3 people at the back as well. I definitely do. Anywhere I go, I've got to see how it's looking on social media before I actually get there. My main point is TikTok, which I like to go to. So in terms of Future Champs, our first breakthrough. So in October 2024, actually not 2025, we done a workshop in one of the primary schools that we're working with at the moment. And we got everything on camera. And then we posted all the content on Instagram that same week. We've got different forms of content. We've got testimonials from both the students and also the teachers. And then we've got pictures amongst with the kids enjoying the sessions as well. And then we've got a group picture as well, which you can see in the bottom corner. So the power of social media. So when we uploaded all of that content on that same week, we got Instagram DM. At the point, we was quite new, starting a business, so we didn't even have like a business email or anything set up. We literally just started. And then the head teacher was like, okay, see what you guys are doing, if you want to come in and have a meeting. And that same school that found us on Instagram, we're now there Monday to Friday. We've got a team of 6 coaches that work for us, and those are one of our schools, and that all come from just literally posting on Instagram. So how do we actually use social media to full capacity for Future Champs in order to grow? So social media is so important to help build trust and credibility. I've spoken a lot about Instagram, but we also use LinkedIn as well. Again, a lot of teachers are on LinkedIn, a lot of schools are on LinkedIn, so that's also a great tool for us as well. And then Instagram's great as like a live portfolio. So if everyone wants to go, if there's a school or head teacher that wants to go in and have a look at what you're doing, obviously we've got our website, but then we've also got our social media platforms for them to go through as well. And then we also run ads into anything externally that we do. So though we work in schools and colleges, we've also got external classes that children come to. So running ads on Instagram, Facebook helps us get more traffic in those classes. So many talks about Future Champs so far. Touching on TSM Fitness, we're literally all over. We're on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, like literally every platform. So TSM Fitness, for my fitness coaching, ideally I'm on Instagram because majority of my clientele, idle clientele, use Instagram the most out of all the platforms. So I post consistently, whether it be workout videos, mainly on there, behind the scenes of my coaching. And then I also run a lot of ads on there, targeting to my ideal clientele. And the goal for there is just trying to grow my audience to convert them into clients, essentially. I've also got a virtual assistant from the Philippines. So she works for me 2 hours a day, trying to get those clientele, those followers into our coaching as well. And she qualifies those leads and gets someone calls for me. That's her main role. And then also for the workshops that we do, the events that we do externally, again, running ads through there on social media to get more people booked on and get spaces full, essentially. So YouTube is a great way in business, a great form of social media to use as well. And this is where you can build authority and build longer type videos. So normally social media, you've got 1-2 minute videos, but if you want those longer form videos, YouTube is a great form to use. And then we've also got a platform that we use to break down the longer form of content. And then that allows us to post it all over our social media platforms as well. So what can you do today? So if there's anyone in the room, is there anyone in the room that's looking to go into business or start their own business, already has their own business? Anyone? Yeah? Hands up. Are you on social media right now for your business? Yeah? Great. So if you are thinking about going into business, social media is going to be your best tool, especially this day and age. Everyone, if you're thinking about getting a business, you need to be online. And start, your first post won't be perfect, and try and block out the outside noise. People might think it's cringe. You might feel embarrassed making your first point of contact, having the camera out, but it's so important. For example, right now, I've got my videographer now, rush recording this, and then we're going to make content out of this as well. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys are on Instagram, there's our Instagram profiles on there, and also there's my YouTube account as well. Thank you guys so much for listening. If anyone's got any questions, I believe we're gonna leave it to the panel. We're going to panel. Yeah? Okay, yeah, we'll leave it from you going to panel.
All right, thank you so much, Dana. Let's just have a quick round of applause for his presentation that he delivered. So I'm going to introduce two of our students. We have Victoria and we have Rosie. They're going to be joining our panel relating to entrepreneurship and social media. So let's make sure we're listening carefully, because there'll definitely be some, good insights that we can take moving forward. So if you'd just like to come up, let's give a round of applause to our students who'll be joining us. So if I could just get you to introduce yourselves, just say your name and what course you are on.
Hi, my name is Rosie and I'm doing triple science.
Hi, my name is Victoria and I'm doing level 2 media.
Okay, thank you. So the first question to our panel that we have up here: can social media be a viable launchpad for student enterprise? Who would like to go first?
Yes, social media can be a viable launchpad to student enterprise because it helps promote business and marketing, and it helps reduce marketing costs too.
I think social media can be a very great launchpad for student enterprises. It helps you reach a wide audience, build a brand, and connect with potential customers or collaborators. Plus, platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat can make it super easy to showcase ideas, which could easily bring more attention.
All right, so just to touch on, speaking of business, are any of you have in terms of your own enterprises that you do any of you have a business, or are you thinking about starting your own businesses?
Not yet, but I do have an idea for soap business because I'm learning from my parents. Soap. Yes. The soap business is more about like skincare, and it helps remove like dirt on. It's not actually like a big business because we just started it, and I'm still learning from my parents, which I just started. So that's a little business I'm starting, and social media is helping because I'm trying to promote through platforms like through Instagram too, and you can check on my blogger and the QR code, everything. I use social media for the business ideas.
So yeah, Victoria mentioned about a skincare business that's currently in the early stages. So yeah, with that, and for Rosie as well, go for it.
Currently, I am doing hair on the side, but I don't really have a page up yet, so just getting started. I've been doing hair for quite a while now, so about like 2 years. So
Great, thank you. So the next question is, what strategies work best for encouraging audiences and converting followers into customers? This might be something that you might be able to, yeah, answer down now.
I would say it's best to try and be everywhere if you can. Like, if you can be on Instagram, be on Instagram, Twitter, if you can be on TikTok, YouTube, it's best to kind of be on every platform. It does depend business to business, depending on what business you have. Your clientele may be on different platforms, but I say if you can, literally just try and be everywhere. The more eyes, the more visible you can be, the more business you get, the more clientele you get. And with business, people might not buy your service or your product straight away, but if they keep seeing you, they will eventually invest or take into you.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Darnell. So next question, how can colleges support students in using social media for enterprise development? So the two of you being the students at Southwark College, what would you say that we as a college can do to help students who are looking to, whether it be start up a business or to develop and grow their business with the use of social media and enterprise development?
I would say colleges can help by offering workshops on how to use social media smartly for business, giving access to tools and resources, and connecting students with mentors or networks. They can also create spaces where students can share ideas and get feedback, plus teaching about ethics and best practices in online marketing. When I say creating spaces, maybe students that have businesses already could bring in their business cards and promote it to other students, possibly like on a board or a stand. There can also be students that may have questions, so letting the ones that have a business already have the platform to speak on theirs and to advise the ones that want to start theirs.
I can say the college can use digital marketing, which can help students give out more ideas, and they can create a platform for the student to look at the ideas that is given already.
Great, thank you. So, what considerations should student entrepreneurs keep in mind when marketing online? And this could be about anything. What should people consider when using social media to market themselves online?
I would say just be wary what you post, because anything you post online essentially is there forever. You could delete it, but somebody may screen record it. Years down the line, you might be applying for jobs, or you might be going further in the business, and anything you post online will be there. So I say definitely just be wary in terms of what you're posting, because it's going to be there it could be there forever, literally.
Should people consider when posting online or using social media for marketing?
I would say you should be honest and respectful. Just keep it real with your clientele. Obviously, being honest is just, I would say, a principle because, say, if you lie about you're exaggerating about you know how to do something, and then once it comes to doing that actual thing, you can't do it. So obviously, someone could just think that oh you're unserious, and that's bad for the brand. Um, it's good to keep it respectful with between your followers and yourself. Obviously, not sharing info that shouldn't be shared with others.
Do you have anything you'd like to add to that, Victoria? No? Okay. So, how do you use analytics and insights to improve your enterprise's social media presence?
That's a good question. So I kind of use it to see what content my target audience kind of engages more with. Analytics that I look at are, for example, on Instagram, saves. So what videos and pictures are people saving the most, what's getting the most likes and comments, and then try to double down on that content. And again, I spoke a lot about running ads on social media, also seeing what the return on investment is on that as well. Because it's very important, especially if you're putting money behind ads on social media. Obviously, doing organic content is good as well. If you're doing any paid content, you definitely want to make sure that you're getting your return on investment. So I'll say looking on that analytics to kind of see what's working and double down on what's working really, and maybe what's not working, and kind of get out there maybe why it not be working.
Great. Yeah, no, thank you, Darnell. Another question to you. What would you say is the most challenging, or it could be more than one, the most challenging aspects of starting your own business?
Is that
So
like,
challenges that you faced in the early stages,
is that in general?
in terms of what you've got set up. Yeah.
So I would say the more you grow, generally, like the more problems you start to encounter, and you kind of have to be like a massive problem solver. Like for example, this week, yesterday, one of my staff members called in sick, couldn't get no one to cover. So like my whole day, this was on Tuesday, my whole day was kind of like have to shift around to go in and cover them, because at the end of the day, we've got customers that are paying us. We need to make sure that we're delivering the service. I have to go in and do that, and also sort other stuff in my day as well. So I'll say the biggest like problem I face is as you're growing, you just kind of get more problems that you've got to solve, and you've got to try to get on with it, because you're not only looking after yourself, you're looking after like a team of people as well. So I would say that is probably the hardest thing to just keep going as well.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Yeah, literally. Rosie, so in terms of you, I know with, when you mentioned you do hair on the side, what would you say are some of the most challenging things that you face when it comes to, dealing with clients or running your own operations?
I would say one thing that I struggle the most with is losing motivation for staff. It's quite like easy to feel discouraged, like especially if you like one week you're getting a lot of sales or you're getting a lot of clients that are willing to come in to get their hair done, whatever. There's some weeks that you won't get any messages at all, and you'll feel like, oh, what's the point of doing this? But that's obviously that's the hard part of doing it. But what you gotta do is just carry on, like even though not every day is gonna be the same, like you never know what's next.
And yourself, Victoria?
Okay, for the idea of the business of my soap is it isn't easy because most when we started like contributing the soap to like family members, friends, we got some negative comment and some positive comment about it. And that didn't just stop me because of you don't just have to give up on what people just say about you. You just have to keep trying and see how far you can go on.
Thank you. And I've got another question for you, Darnell. Can you, maybe in a few words, or you can elaborate a bit more if you wish, talk about, so we can start with the highs and the lows of running your own business. So we can start with the highs. What would you say are the best things about running your own business, and then maybe move on to the not so pleasant things.
I would say the highs are I'm able to kind of dictate my own day. So I decide when I want to start work, like when I want to finish work. I think the most important thing is that I'm doing what I love. So training people in the gym, being able to train like kids as well, coming in here doing talks like this, like that is the highs, and also being able to kind of dictate your income because the more work you put in, the more the business grows, the more you can provide for your family and loved ones. So I said those are the highs. I'll say the lows are, which, so I forgot her name, which she touched on, which was a really good point, is that when you've got a job, you kind of know how much you're getting like each month. Like entrepreneurship, you could have a crazy high month for a couple months, and then you may have a dip, you may have highs, you might have dips, so it's never really like a straight and narrow. And also, I'll say that's probably the low, I would say for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that is because with social media, with influencers and whatnot, there's often I don't know if misconception is the right word, but people often sold the dream that you should leave the 9 to 5 life. Like a 9 to 5 is not going to make you rich or make you a millionaire, and working a 9 to 5 is not, it's not the end thing. And, starting your own business, being an entrepreneur, being self-employed is guaranteed success. So if you can maybe just, emphasize on the fact that, it has to be something, that you love, something that you're passionate about, rather it being a get rich quick scheme, if you know what I mean. So maybe just, if you can emphasize on that so our people can understand that.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a good point because I feel like on social media, like everyone's a millionaire, like everyone's making hundreds and thousands of pounds every month. But a lot of the time on social media, you need to be very careful what you consume because number one, a lot of people are lying. They're not really doing what they're saying that they're doing. And number two, you don't get like the broad picture. So say for example, someone said they're making 15K every month, for example, their overheads could be 14K. So they might only be working like they might only become 1K. And number two, I would say with like going from a 9 to 5, I kind of explained this the last talk that I've done as well. Going from a 9 to 5 to entrepreneurship, you need to be very careful about making that jump. So instead of going straight from 9 to 5 to entrepreneurship, maybe go part-time, then entrepreneurship first to kind of figure out if it might be something that you actually want to do. But just be very cautious in the information that you take on social media because there's a lot of good, but then there's also a lot of bad that social media can come from social media, like comparing yourself to other people and stuff like that as well. So that's why I said you kind of got to have that tunnel vision and try not to let that outside noise affect you too much.
Yeah, no, well said, well said. I can echo off that as well, literally, thank you. Do you have any other comments you'd like to add? No? Okay. So I'm going to hand the floor to our students to see if they have any questions for our panelists or Darnell. Does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask? No? No questions? Anything they'd like to mention? Anything they'd like to comment on? No, no worries. Just before we wrap up, maybe we could start with you, Dana. If you can just mention a key takeaway, could be about what you do, setting up a business, entrepreneurship, anything to do with that. A key takeaway for students to take before they leave the session today.
So key takeaways, number one, I'm here every Wednesday at lunchtime. So if you do want to try out boxing size, you haven't done it before, we'll be upstairs on the 5th floor. Number two, major takeaway is that if you are thinking about starting a business, definitely use social media to kind of promote your business and grow. And number three, try not to take in everything you see on social media that it affects you and compare yourself to other people, because that can also be a negative thing on your mental health as well.
Thank you. Any from this end? Any key messages you'd like our students to walk with? What were you, Victoria? Well, from me anyway, what I'd say, yeah, so thank you very much, Dan. That was amazing having you again. And thank you as well to our panelists. Can we just give them a quick round of applause for today?